It's that time of the year, and unfortunately it's not Christmas. It's finals. Now, I'm sure you've taken finals and noticed that some people tend to do so much better than others. They either study or they're cheating. They have to be either copying someone else's exam. They have to have old copies of exams, or they might just know someone who took the exam a period before them who gave them all the answers. One way that many people have not thought of is that students can use drugs. Now, of course you're going to think, of course we use drugs. We use caffeine. Caffeine keeps us awake, it helps us focus, it helps us not end up passing out on the library table. The drug I'm talking about is Adderall. Adderall is an amphetamine. Amphetamines place the body in a state of sympathetic innervation. This means that the person is more focused, they can stay awake. Their brain is actually moving faster than yours is, just because of the chemical stimulation. Is that cheating? Adderall usage is an enhancement. It's cheating, just like sports. You use anabolic steroids, you blood dope, it's considered cheating. You can be removed from sports for that. So, shouldn't students be not allowed to use Adderall for their exams or assignments? Imagine this. You take the time, you study 2 weeks, 3 weeks for an exam, and you barely pass. It was one of the hardest exams of your life. Someone else spends maybe a day or two, but they studied while on Adderall. They do better. It's not surprising, seeing as Adderall was used during World War II as a way to make their soldiers more focused. What repercussions does this have? Right now, it doesn't seem like much. It just seems like, oh no, they ruined the curve. But in the future, these men and women who are using Adderall will become our professionals. They'll become our nurses, our doctors, our surgeons, our lawyers, our teachers. Do you feel comfortable knowing that the surgeon that you're about to go under a knife with might not actually know what they're doing? That the only reason that they got through med school was because that they were drugged up the whole time? I'm pretty sure that that surgeon or lawyer isn't going to be able to be on Adderall 24/7. There are many workplaces that actually drug test for amphetamines or Adderalls when you join, so you won't be able to actually use it when you're performing your job. What's the solution? It's really hard to stop things like that. It is considered illegal to take amphetamines without a prescription. But the thing is, not everyone is tested. Imagine if people were randomly tested for Adderall usage. I'm not saying that everyone should be tested before every single exam. That's unnecessary. It's ridiculous. It can't be done. It could be done, technically, but it's not practical. Just the idea that you might be tested for Adderall would dissuade most people from actually using it for studying or for taking exams. Why would it dissuade them? Adderall has a half-life of 10 hours. That means every 10 hours, half the amount of the Adderall will be removed from your system. Adderall comes in dosages of 10, 20, and more. So I'm sure plenty of people have taken more than that amount. And if they're studying multiple days in a row using Adderall, there's a high concentration of Adderall in their system. Most people would not want to risk getting kicked out of school just to get a good grade. There are some, of course, there are always exceptions, but most wouldn't. Now, you have to also take into account that there are people who have prescriptions. Those are exceptions to the rule. You would not test them for Adderall usage. They actually need it. Wouldn't you be happy knowing that your lawyer can prepare your case without the use of drugs? Wouldn't you be happy to know that a nurse taking care of your loved ones actually knows what she's doing? That she took the time to learn what she was supposed to learn? Most people that use Adderall learn the material for the exam, but then it's gone. It's that quick stimulation of the brain that makes it very useful for cramming and passing an exam. One shot, pass it, that's all you need. But it doesn't help in retainment of that information. What are ways that we can stop this? You could be a proponent for those who do not use Adderall. If someone tells you that they use it, you can actually show disgust, or you could advise them not to use it. You could tell them that their future depends on it, and the use of Adderall can actually cause psychosis similar to schizophrenia. Thank you, and I hope that you'll also consider not using Adderall or being a proponent for the testing of students for Adderall usage.